Shellos, and welcome back to the HeroKing Lifeline. I am your host, H, and we are back for more Pikmin. Last time on Pikmin, we finished off the Forest of Hope. This time on Pikmin, we're finishing off the Forest Navel. Or the Forest Novel, because you're writing a novel about it. And it says, grab the reds, grab the yellows, bomb the walls, and we're gonna fight a spider. I believe they're called Dweevils, and that will be in the thumbnail today. I've already drawn most of it. I don't think I finished it. I'll have to check it out here in a sec. But I'm pretty excited about it. You know, it's a little bit different. You know, a little bit sandy instead of grassy, since I've used a lot of green for my backgrounds. Now it's more of a tannish color. So that's pretty cool. I wish I knew color theory and all that good shit, but I don't. So I just do what I see and hope for the best. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, oh well. I won't cry myself to sleep about it. But yeah, we're on day 13, which means you guys got 2 days left to tell me to fight the Smoky Frog, or we're going the whole game without going back to the distant spring and fighting that frog. And I'm perfectly content with that, because after this we will be going to the final trial, unless somebody comments in the amount of time that it takes for me to decide to go back and fight the frog. And the thing with going back to the Forest Navel is, you may remember, or you may not have even watched the video, but I had already defeated the Mushroom Man, and so I just needed to grab his shit. When I first went to come back here and deal with enemies, I was unprepared for Mr. Wollywog over hither. Here he comes. There he is, with his eyeballs. I didn't know he was there. I didn't know he had respawned. Everybody respawns when you're away long enough, but I wasn't, like, my brain was, like, not focused on it. But this time I knew. I killed him off. And these bugs, for some reason they don't spawn up when you're carrying an item, which I didn't know. And, like, so I could have just ignored these guys entirely, it seems like. Which I feel like that's not true, because I've definitely seen them spawn and kill my Pikmin while they're carrying an item before, but for some reason they didn't this time, so I could have just ignored them, I guess, but I wanted them dead. I have things to do. I don't... you know what? I do have something to talk about. The new game for Digimon looks so good. If you've been around this channel, you know I love Digimon. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth I have a few videos of. So Digimon Story Time Strangler, Strangler. No, Stranger, it's Time Stranger. It looks so good, man. I want to play it so bad. I really hope that they change the way not getting encounters works, because I'd love to. Well, that, and I hope we can skip dialogue if we go to a New Game Plus, because that's one of my biggest problems with Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory, is that you can't skip the dialogue even on New Game Plus. And it's like, dog, I don't need to watch all this and read all this. Let me skip the dialogue, please. I hope Time Stranger does that, and I hope that there's a different way of making it to where you don't get wild encounters all the time, because, you know, the shield thing, like the do this and then click on shield, you know, that blocks off some wild encounters, but I would like to have it where I can block off wild encounters, period, so I can go through the entire map without having to deal with that. And that's a big thing with all the Digimon games, since World DS is like, they don't have that as an option or an item, and they really should, because that's part of why people overpraise Pokemon and act like the Digimon games are bad. Is part of the reason is because they don't let you skip these wild encounters when they really should. But I don't dislike Pokemon either. I've been drawing a crap ton of those. I've also been doing the Pokemon quiz where you're supposed to name all of them, and I've almost done it. I've almost gotten them all. I'm really close now. I'm hoping to get it done today, because it's like a freaking competition thing for me. You know, it's like it's stuck in my brain until I actually do it without using shadows. Well, I mean, using shadows is fine, but without, like, I don't know. I just haven't gotten all 1,025 yet. I'd like to. But, back on the topic of Time Stranger, The introduction of Skull Seedramon, by the way, if you haven't seen any spoilers for Time Stranger, I'm spoilering you now a little bit. Sorry, you need to know. The Skull Seedramon looks freaking awesome. That's so cool. Seedramon has a lot of different versions. Obviously, they have Metal Seedramon and then Giga Seedramon. And I always liked Seedramon as a design and as a just as a design, I really like Seedramon, so seeing him with a new version, and it's like Skull Greymon-esque, I really like that. Super cool, very excited. I feel like, rest in peace, Yellow Pikmin, who is burning alive. I didn't even notice that he ran off burning, wow. And yeah, I already broke down the wall, so all these bombs are useless to me, so I'm gonna chuck them all and then call them up. I didn't have to chuck them off the cliff, and I shouldn't have done it, but it is what it is. So, I feel like with Digimon, it's like, the games just keep getting better. And it's really weird, because a lot of people, I think, talk shit about Namco. I think the big thing with Namco is that they use a lot of pinball games or something. And so, it's really weird to see that the Digimon franchise games just keep getting better. They just keep getting better. I'd love to play Digimon Survive. I'm hoping it's actually a strategy RPG like it seems to be. By the way, I placed myself wrong here. A few of my Pikmin are going to get stomped right away. Yep. I thought I was in the middle. I was not. But I'd love to play Digimon Survive. Some people say it's a visual novel, which I hope not. Because I hope it's a strategy RPG. And I could see people confusing a strategy RPG for a visual novel, because I've played a lot of Fire Emblem in my life. As, again, if you've been around the channel, you would know I love Fire Emblem, especially Radiant Dawn and before. I killed off so many Pikmin here. I should be ashamed. But I would love to see the strategy RPG aspects of Digimon Survive, and I would hope that it actually is one and not just a visual novel where you make some choices sometimes. I also wouldn't mind. I think it would be really cool if Digimon made a horror game, you know? Because I feel they made a horror show, and you know, and that's what Ghost Game is. It's a show of Digimon horror stuff, and it was really interesting and really fun. And I would love to see that translated into a game where they make a Digimon horror game where actions can actually have consequences and people die, because they dabbled in that with Hacker's Memory. And it was just so cool. It was such a cool sequence, but then they were like, nah, that didn't actually happen. And I was like, oh, dude, that would have been so cool if they just kept with that. But as you can see, we've already killed off the Dweevil in my Digimon rant, and we're ready to go. We just need to grab the ship part, grab everything here. A few of my Pikmin are going to die again, because fire bad. And I'm like, oh yeah, fire bad. I think, I mean, I definitely go around to get more Pikmin, because my Pikmin keep dying. I didn't take care of my Pikmin well in this playthrough, you know? But, I think as a whole, Jesus. Pikmin 1, very fun game. I'm actually hoping tomorrow, not tomorrow, strike tomorrow from your brains. I'm hoping soon that Lintu and I will be making a video together, not about Pikmin, but like Pikmin will be involved in it. So if we can make that happen, that would be great. What else is there? It's hard to just keep a flowing thought, you know? It's like, oh, you gotta entertain an audience. It's like, technically I don't, but it is what it is. By the way, the yoga mat, the dumbbell, seems to work very well. I feel like my quality is much better here, and I do like seeing my TV on the sides of it. I kind of like it. Gives it a little bit of a nostalgic feel, I guess. Maybe I'm crazy though, because everyone's all like, you know, on your case when you make videos like this. They're like, oh my god, you don't have the most high quality insane, epic computer ever. We got the guard satellite. These spaces filled with dangers. This automatic satellite does its part to help go both me and the spaceship. And it's like, no, I don't. I don't have the money for all that. I'm not Mr. YouTuber. I'm just a guy having fun in life, you know? Yeah, it's just, it's not a big deal. No, I don't care. But it's just like, yes, I would love for my videos to be better quality too, but it's just not a big deal. It doesn't matter. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. Now what happens? I would never give up the fight. Oh, that's another topic. I watched all 3 of the Sonic movies. It's really good. They were all really, really good. I was a bit disappointed with Sonic 3 because they didn't have the Bio Lizard. And I was really hoping we'd get to see the Bio Lizard in movie form, because I would have loved to see what they do with his design. Because it would have been really cool. Just as well, Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, like there have been hints of the original Sonic Adventure story in each of the movies, but I would love to see them go back and actually do it once they have the characters all established, because I would love to see Chaos in his full potential on a movie screen. I feel like he deserves it, and I genuinely love both Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2's story. That's why Sonic 3 did so well and was so praised, is because Sonic Adventure 2 has such an amazing story. They actually toned down by a lot what happened with Maria in the movie, and I wasn't expecting it. I thought they would really go in on it because it's such like an Oscar bait kind of thing, you know? I was not expecting them to just like not really go in on the Maria Shadow story, because it's tragic. It's very much a tragedy, and I feel like, you know, with critics they would have done really well, just as well with the general audience, because everyone was looking forward to that. But they toned it down. They made it more kiddish, I guess. But it's just too bad. It would have been nice to see like the actual thing, and you know, live with the mistakes. It'd also be a government thing, you know. They don't want to show the government being bad. I feel like that can't be true though, because there's been a lot of government, like anti-government stuff in the Sonic movies, regardless. But then again, I don't think you can shoot a child on when you're making a movie. But they do, you know, pan away in the game. Like it makes the screen go black. They could have done that again. I don't know. It's disappointing, but like the movie's really freaking good, regardless. I think the biggest disappointment, as funny as it was, the Chow. I would have loved to see the Chow like to their full potential. You know, CG animated and all that, not in a costume. I do think the costumes were funny, and it just would have been nice because they're so cute. I love Chow so much. Everyone loves Chow, so it would have been cool to see like just CGI versions of them. On the other topic is Eggman and Gerald Robotnik. They really toned down Gerald Robotnik again with Maria. Like, he still went with the whole "I'm gonna kill them all" thing, but it was, I don't know, man. It didn't hit the same as it did in the game. I understand it can't, because the game you have control and in the movie you don't, but they made Eggman goofy throughout all the movies, and he's not like the pure villain he really is, or was back in the day, so it doesn't bother me. Like, I don't hate it. I don't hate the performance or anything. A lot of the bits were really funny, but it definitely could have been better, and we're already going to sunset. Wow, this was a talkative one, huh? So that was it for Pikmin, where we barely talked about Pikmin. I think I do show the end of the day though, so to read some. If I don't, then oh well. Then I can see you guys next time, or you can just piss on off. There's the Wollywog. Shaking around. Shake that ass, dude. 14 days since impact, at last, but a single part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, the dolphin's powers near capacity. In the forest depths below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly, this is my final trial. And next time, we'll be doing the final trial. See you guys then.